Throughout the tournament, we've been checking in with our next guest, the former Manchester United defender and Newcastle United manager, Steve Bruce. Hi, Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Good afternoon, gents. Good afternoon.
We're always expecting one of those sort of negative chats where we say, well, we did quite well, but now we're out. But we've made the final, Steve. We've gone all the way.
Yeah, and it's fantastic to see, isn't it? I mean, you know, we couldn't have predicted how it's going to go. Last minute goals, penalties. All of a sudden, we're the kings of penalties in Europe.
Yeah.
So that doesn't frighten us anymore. And then we've got this fantastic habit of keep scoring in the last minute, which is not a bad trait to have, I can assure you.
No. I mean, it's interesting. Declan Rice was talking about the last game and some of the things they learned from the game against Italy. And he said, we know not to sit back like we did in previous tournaments. But it was very interesting to see Spain in the second half against France go a lot deeper. We were a lot more pragmatic in the way they played. They didn't stay on the front foot. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. We're expecting a very, very sort of exciting game. But, all teams can drop off when they're in the lead, can't they?
Yeah, you can. You can drop off and go a bit deeper when you're in the league, and it's a little bit human nature. That's what happens. You know, you go in front and then you protect what you've got rather than staying where you go if you're going to win it. It'll be interesting to see us tactically because we have looked much better with the three at the back, which obviously puts Bellingham and Foden in particular, who in the first half in particular the other night was absolutely terrific. It's the best we've seen him. So that system seems to accommodate our two best players going forward, and thankfully we've looked rock solid defensively, which is always a good trait to have. And I thought we played really, really well in the first half. I mean, we've dominated Holland, and their tactical chain was to stifle us in midfield the second half, and then they came into the game, which you would expect. It's going to be very difficult to try and dominate a game for the whole 90 minutes on the level of the lads are playing at.
Yeah,
Luke Shaw coming on in the second half. He looked great, didn't he? And he obviously showed us what we'd been missing at left back and on the left there. I don't know if he's got a whole 90 minutes in him. Would you start him, Steve, or would you play him second half again?
I think Gareth will stick with Trippier, and I think he'll go with the same sort of thing, knowing that we've got Luke Shaw coming on, if you like. I mean, you know, for him to come on at half time, we've seen him do just over half an hour in the previous game, so you know he's got 45 minutes. I don't think he'll start him. I think he'll go with the same again, knowing that he's got him on the bench. But you know, Gareth has faced a lot of criticism over substitutions. And you have to say the other night he's got it spot on, because when he was bringing on Ollie Watkins, there was a few of us who I was sitting around with thought it's a bit harsh on Ivan Toney because he's done great half an hour before the game before that. So really big call, and of course there's nothing better than managerial wise making a change. Oh, and you know, Cole Palmer slips him through, and great finish from Watkins. Wonderful finish. What a finish.
Brilliant moment.
I mean, having those options on the bench is great, isn't it? I mean, they're different sorts of players, Toney and Watkins. It did feel like a Watkins game. The longer it went on, you kind of felt he'd find a bit of space in there, and he popped up in a space that probably Harry Kane would not have been in. I mean, which takes us on to Kane. I mean, again, you've mentioned you think Trippier will start, and he's been pretty conservative in his starting 11 as Gareth, Steve. So, I mean, you wouldn't expect him now. Even though Harry Kane's not at his best, you wouldn't expect him not to start with Kane, would you?
Oh, he'll definitely start with Kane. I mean, you know, he's been his captain. He's been our best player. It would be seriously unfair to leave him out of the final, and I don't think Gareth would do that. It's great to have options, and I think that's where our strength is. We've got wonderful options coming on the bench. I mean, world-class players, and Cole Palmer in particular. So I think Gareth will go exactly the same. I think he'll stick with the three at the back. It'll be interesting to see how tactically we do, because Spain are wonderful in wide areas. Yeah. The young boy, the young 17 he's going to be on Sunday. And on the other side, they are real out-and-out wide players. So they'll cause a threat to us, that's for sure. Can we cope with them with the wing-back situation? There's the tactical battle, which we all look forward to seeing, because obviously Spain have got world-class players in a lot of areas too, and probably been the outstanding team in the tournament.
And we're hearing that the FA would like Gareth Southgate to stay on, but after 8 years in the job and everything that's gone on, do you feel like either win or lose, this will be his last game in charge, Steve?
I wonder how Gareth feels himself. I mean, look, to do 100 games and another final, he's done remarkably well. So it would be his choice, I would think. I would hope that would be his choice. He's got the decision, shall I stay or do I call it a day? If the win, does he go at the top, which is always a nice time to leave a party when you've won something. So I hope it's Gareth's choice. He certainly deserves that choice because everybody's had a pop at him. He stayed true to his beliefs and what he believes in and stuck with it. And it's got England to a final, which in itself on foreign soil has never been done before.
No. Yeah, when we sat in the box park a few weeks ago, Steve, me and Paul and Ledley King, I don't think we were expecting to be here with how we were playing.
Not after that Denmark
well,
game,
I think quietly we thought we would get far in it. We did think maybe we could have played better, but who's going to give a stuff about all this? Who cares that we'd scraped past this one and that one? We've got there. Now we've got a wonderful opportunity, and I think it's written in the stars that it's ours. I mean, you couldn't write these finishes what we've had. So I believe it will be. I will believe we'll win it.
We've got one more fairy tale in us.
Yeah, come on, boys.
Steve, finally, where are you watching? Where are you going to watch it on Sunday?
I'm going to a friend's house. I'm on holiday at the minute in Portugal, as you know, and I'm going to a friend's house. I was very kindly putting on a little barbecue, so that should be should be fun and games if we get to win it. I have to tell you,
the Portuguese
might not be available.
They won't want Spain to win, will they? The Portuguese,
no, the Portuguese definitely
brilliant place to be.
No, definitely not. But I don't know whether there'll be any fit state on Monday if the win. By the way,
who will be?
You might be 3:15 instead of 3:15.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of Alka-Seltz and hopefully we'll chat to you on Monday after we've won it, Steve. We'll raise a glass to them. So enjoy the match.
Absolutely.
And we'll catch up with you next week. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thanks ever so much, lads. Thank you.
Steve Bruce there.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.